Hello, my name's Nick. I'm an ex-Royal Marines Commando, British military fitness instructor, boot camp instructor, rehab instructor, and a level 3 personal trainer. And today's video, we're going to focus on, do I really need to stretch? Do you really need to stretch? Me personally, just like most people, you often go for your run, do your workout, and you just don't bother stretching because you've done the hard work and you just kind of go, yeah, I can't be bothered to stretch. Life's too short. I'm going to go have my shower, go do whatever, get on with my day. The importance of stretching only really becomes apparent when you start getting injured and you start having to pay money for physios and rehab, and you start understanding that actually your muscles have become so tight and now restricting movement. They're putting pressure on the tendons, the ligaments, whatever is happening in your body, because your body is now tight and you're starting to lose that range. You'll see this a lot on bodybuilders where they do so much bodybuilding that they actually become, it's also due to the size of them, but they become very restricted in their movement and they kind of become very stiff. They kind of lose that flexibility. Whereas I know bodybuilders who are extremely flexible people because they focus on flexibility. Flexibility is really, really important, especially as we get older. If you're heavy into a fitness program and you are not stretching, you are setting yourself up for an injury further down the line. So I would strongly suggest that you do your stretching. Me personally, I've had knee issues over my time as a fitness person, but I've put my body through its paces over my lifetime. And a lot of those issues, even though I do stretching, came from tight muscles, came from, you've basically got an interconnective fascia that connects all of your muscle tissue together, which stems throughout your body, and this can kind of get tighter and tighter and tighter, and it starts to restrict that movement. So if you really want a fully functioning, healthy, fit, as dynamic as possible body, stretching really, really is important, and I can't overstate the importance of stretching. We all fall probably into the trap of not doing enough stretching because it's a bit boring, and once you've done your workout you feel like you're done. But really do use that time at the end of your workout to spend some time stretching off the muscles. A great recommendation that I would advise everyone is to actually do a 20-minute separate stretch session, kind of like a yoga session during the week. So you're not doing a particularly intense, you're not doing an intense workout at all. You're literally just focusing a little bit of time on just stretching out the body. Fantastic to do a couple of times a week, and it will really help keep your body functionally flexible and healthy. So kind of like a yoga session where, yeah, just for 20 minutes, you're focusing on holding stretches for up to three minutes. There are many different ways you can do stretches. You've got the proprioceptive neuromuscular flexibility stretches, PNF stretches. I know they've recently changed the title of that, where you will literally do a stretch and then you'll relax and then you'll go back into the stretch. And they actually have measurements, so like a hamstring stretch, where you would sit there with a straight back, stretch the hamstring and reach across on a table. And it would actually have a ruler on this table that would measure how far you're stretching forwards. So when you do the first stretch, you get to a certain reading and then you ease off, relax for a couple of seconds, and then you go back into the stretch and hold that stretch for about 30 seconds. You'll see that someone can actually go that little bit further. You can measure how much further they can go, and then you ease off, relax, and then you do it for a third time where you hold that stretch for 30 seconds, and on that third stretch you'll actually see that they've stretched the furthest that they have out of all of the stretches, obviously because they've released the muscles, they've relaxed the muscles, they've stretched the muscles, which is increasing that flexibility and range. If you do this on a regular basis, you can really get great flexibility and range in the body. Most of the issues that I come across as a personal trainer over the years comes from the tighter, unflexible people. Unflexible, is that a word? People that are not very flexible. And I can think of so many at the top of my head that, and they often come to me with injuries. And that's the funny thing about not spending time working on your flexibility and range of movement. If you just think about it logically, the body is in a much happier state when it has freedom of movement. When we're starting to be restricted in kind of our rotational movement, our general flexibility and range of the body, you get a lot of issues. And I've had so many people over the years that have bad backs and bad necks, which is very typical of office people because they're kind of hunched over a desk typing away all day. But then when you start getting them into training, you just realize how poor their range of movement is. And generally the more injured people, not always, but often, the more injured people with more problems are the least flexible people. And I see that time and again and again and again and again. So the title of this video, if I can remember, was, do I need to stretch? Do I really need to stretch? You don't need to stretch, you don't need to do anything, but it would be my recommendation as one of the best things you can do for your fitness journey would be to focus time on stretching. And if you can, have an individual day where you do each week, try and do it twice a week if you can, find 20 minutes just to focusing on stretching, relaxation, sort of meditation, yoga style, where you just chill the body out, focus on the stretches, and it will do wonders for maintaining your body at an optimum level. Doing too many videos, my words are not coming out like I want them to. I hope you like this video, so please stretch at home. It's always good advice. Find yourself a yoga instructor, do a yoga video online, or find some good stretching exercises to do after your workout. Yes, please please subscribe. It helps push this out, it helps feed the algorithms and push this video out to other people. I read all of the comments, so if you leave any questions, I will do my best to get back to you. Thank you.